How do others imagine a kiss with you would be like? That's today's pick a card question for today's pick a card reading. Hello everyone, my name is Sunny and I have 3 piles for you guys. Pile 1 is on the left, pile 2 is in the middle, and pile number 3 is on the right side. Stop the video if you feel like you need more time to think about and contemplate this question in case you need it. Think of a specific person or just, leave it up in the air for general energies around you. And then select the pile or piles you're attracted to, and I will start with a close-up of you, pile 1. So I'm going to move these cards so I can start with the first pile. So pile 1, for you, I have the Ace of Swords reversed. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to see this card, and then place it down. So pile 1, for you with the Ace of Swords, how do people think a kiss would be sorry, I messed that question up. How do people think a kiss with you would be like? They more or less think that you would have soft lips and you would be someone soft to kiss. They definitely think that you would take your time, and you're not someone that's going to be in a hurry to kind of get it over with. I think that you give off this energy that you expect it. And because you have the expectation of a kiss, maybe like after a date or after a while you get to know the person, or whether you're at a party or something and you decide to kiss, they know that you expect it and they would like to have this in a private moment. I think that for you, pile 1, they think that you would be very, I don't think this is a word, I think I might be saying this wrong, but I'm just going to say the word without me trying to mess it up. They do think that you would reciprocate the kiss back. I think you have this receiving energy around you, and that's why I think that you would be open to having that kiss with them, right? Whoever it may be. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but if you are imagining yourself with someone or somebody specifically, that's more or less what they think of, right? This is more or less the energies around you. They definitely think that you're someone that would spark a lot of love and affection with others. And I think that's why you just give out this energy that you're very open to receiving love. And I think you're very open to love in the moment, right? Maybe right now, or maybe in the moment that they do kiss you. You're very open to the idea of receiving love and affection. And you have open arms, not figuratively, but it could be also literally. I think that you're someone that sparks a lot of romantic feelings in others, a lot of romance. Maybe it's like a whirlwind romance, where it's like a fairy tale romance where they might take you to the park, or maybe to the cinema, or maybe you go to the theater, maybe you go out dancing or have a movie in the park, perhaps. I just keep thinking of a park. It's like an outside. If this kiss is in a specific place, it would take place outside in a spacious area where maybe not many people are around you, or in a park setting in like broad daylight, but it seems more like it's a cloudy day, so it's like maybe during a thunderstorm. It gives notebook energy. But yeah, I think this is more or less the scenarios. I think they would come to you, and I think you guys could probably talk, and then eventually it gets to that point of having that spark where you want to initiate a kiss, and they would probably approach you and they hold you. That's more or less how it would be. They definitely think that a kiss with you would be magical. It would be very romantic and sweet. They just think you have this energy that you're open to starting something with them. But yeah, that's more or less the energy that would be when it comes to kissing you. So I hope that helped pile 1. It was short and simple, cute, to the point. I will start with pile number 2. So pile number 2, for you guys, you have, you have the 6 of Wands. Reverse, sorry, I was going to say upright. So, pile number 2, how does anyone imagine a kiss with you would be like? I think that you're someone that would be very secretive, pile 2. Not secretive as in you're trying to hide from the world, like hide this, right? But more so private. I think you would privately kiss someone rather than being in like a public scenario. I don't think you're like into public PDA. So that's why I think you're more there. I think what I'm trying to say is that you're more reserved. So I think that you would kiss someone in an area where you would not be seen. So you can imagine maybe like in a car, or maybe where would be scenarios at your home, at or each other's homes. Maybe in a back alley, although that's kind of sometimes that can be dangerous. Maybe in an area where it's not very well lit. If it's in a restaurant, it's maybe in the corner of the restaurant where no one's gonna see you, or there's enough like boulders or stuff like that hides you, plants. If it's in a garden setting, park, a scenic place, it would be somewhere where trees and bushes would hide you, and flowers as well. Not in an area where it's easily accessed for others to see on plain sight. I also think they would admire you. I think this person, this individual or individuals that think about kissing you would have admired you for quite some time. And they would feel very proud to be seen with you, but you're not someone that's likes that energy of wanting to be seen doing these kinds of acts, because I think you might be a little bit more reserved in that action, in that perspective, that if you do this type of action, you don't want to be judged so harshly. So you're a little more private. You're not sentimental, but you're someone that wants to keep this sentiment hidden from others, because it's more, you cherish these emotions a little bit more, right? I think you're someone that's not pompous, but you have expectations of a kiss, and you want those expectations of a kiss to be met. And not necessarily that you have high expectations, but you have requirements, like if it's going to happen, it's not going to happen like this or this or this, right? So I definitely think that for you, pile 2, that's more or less how they can assume a kiss would be. A kiss with you would be like, they more or less think that you're someone who's, I think it might just be a peck, or more or less that they could assume that you would want just a peck, but you might stay for a bit and have a longer kiss. But they might have to kind of spring that emotion out, because you could possibly make them think that you might not want it, because you're not someone that looks like you're very touchy or physical, like in your affection. That's not your love language, but you do want it. It's just not something that comes out natural, or something that comes out so needy. You have a time and a place for you, and that's what they think. But I definitely think you would give them a big smooch, whoever this may be. And they might think that you might not want it, and they might think, oh, it's just going to be a quick kiss, quick peck, but no, you go for the whole 9 yards. I mean, you don't go further than that, of course, but I do think that you would enlighten them in that aspect, that you could want more than just a little light peck. Maybe you could make out. I definitely think that could be the case for you, but you would not appreciate to be seen. You're someone that wants to be hidden away from others, so that you can enjoy your moment that only you have to cherish between you, both of you. So I hope that helped, pile 2. I will start with pile number 3. I apologize. Pile number 3, Ace of Cups for you, reversed. So how do people imagine a kiss would be like with you? Well, they definitely would think that a kiss between you and them would be very direct and aggressive, that you know what you want and you're not going to waste your time. They definitely think that you do give off don't get me wrong, the elements of I could put my heart out, and you could really be the person who invests themselves a lot in a person when you do decide to be affectionate, but you don't put limitations to that. And I think that can be intimidating to people, because you're all in or nothing kind of mentality. They do think that you are very beautiful, you're very attractive. I think pile number 3. Oh, why did I say number 2? I keep saying every other pile but pile 3. I apologize, pile 3. But I do think there's an air to you that you are. I think you're very alluring, physically alluring for the opposite sex. And I do think that you're very attracted to others, but maybe you do. I think that you can intimidate the opposite sex, because you have, I think not that you have a list of how you want things, but more so that you look like you have a lot of expectations from your partner, and you don't expect any less from them. And if you want to be with them, or if they want to be with you, they have to live up to that caliber. So I do think that you could easily offer that romance, that whirlwind romance, but they have to really fight for you, if that makes sense. You don't easily give your cup to others. You have so much confidence, so much self-love, and you may have strong boundaries, but it's not boundaries that can't be broken. They just have to be worked with, and they have to work around them. And I do think that if they imagine a kiss with you would be very very affectionate. I apologize. If they're not afraid to approach you and talk to you and get to know you and really take you on a date and continuously take you on dates until you feel comfortable with them, then you can be extremely affectionate. They have to put those boundaries down in order for them to receive a kiss. And then even then they would assume that you just don't want to do much in the sense of a kiss. Like I feel like, not that you would be a light pecker, that sounds terrible. A light peck. Sorry. Not that you would give a light peck in the lips, but I do think that you wouldn't feel reserved, but you would give quite a kiss. Maybe you could give them tongue. Maybe you could kiss them and they don't realize how soft your lips are, or they don't realize how tender your kiss is, that they don't see that because your personality doesn't come across like that, if that makes sense. But I do think that they would be welcomely surprised by the kiss, and I do think that you would be a lot more romantic than they would assume that you wouldn't be. But yeah, that's more or less what a kiss would be with you. I do think that you could. I think it's likely in a scenario that you could be the first one to make the move, mostly because you want to be in control of the situation and you want to feel like you have the power of when and where to say yes or when and where to say no. So you want to have that liberty of direction, and I think they would allow you to have that direction because they would want to make you feel comfortable, because you have a lot of boundaries and control points and issues that it's important for you to really just open yourself up in that way by receiving, if it means that you get to decide when, right? So I hope that helped pile number 3. That's more or less what a kiss would be like between you and whoever the person is thinking about you or you're thinking about. Again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I hope that every single pile enjoyed their message. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. It helps me out with my algorithm, growing my channel, and it's very much appreciated. Thank you so much for staying till the very end, and have a great day because you made it a great day, not because I am telling you to. So bye-bye, everybody.